Hello freedom seekers, welcome to the go-to hub of empowering your journey to a better financial future. I'm Thabang, your guide through the twists and the turns of credit repair, and today's topic is a game changer. Ever heard that circled account lingering on your credit report, haunting your financial dreams? Well, today, my friends, we're diving into the ultimate playbook, the step-by-step guide to remove those settled accounts and unleash your true financial potential. But before we dive in, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button and let's build a community of financial warriors who are ready to take control of their credit scores. Trust me, you won't want to miss what is coming your way this year. Picture this. A world where your credit report reflects the financial superhero you truly are. That's the journey we are embarking on today. So grab those notepads, hit the like button, and let's kick off the ultimate guide of removing those second account from your credit report. You're about to embark on a financial revolution right here. Stick around because the keys to unlocking your financial freedom are just a video away. So let's roll. First of all, before we can even go any further, we need to understand what are circled account. A circled account is an account that has been fully paid or that has been closed, right? So the types of circled account can be a loan that is paid in full or a closed credit card account, right? Circled accounts affect your credit report for up to 7 years. So that's what you need to know. How to circle an outstanding account and remove it from a credit report can be tricky because some accounts can only be removed in specific situations, and that's what this video is for, and we need to clarify that before the end of the video. You must also take into account that if that account is not affecting your credit score or is just hanging around and showing your payment history. Some circled accounts that provide a payment history can actually be helpful in the long run and make your credit score rise. So if the account has no direct impact on your score, it's a good idea to leave it alone. This will show that you have a good history of payments and you are not a risk to any financial institution. You can remove a circled account by requesting the credit bureau to do so. You can do that in the form of sending a letter of dispute, right? To dispute, you must contact one of the credit bureaus. You can contact Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So all of these credit bureaus, they allow anybody to dispute to them online via their website or via an email that you will find in their website. So you can just go into their website and then you'll find the email or their contact details. When filing a dispute, you must provide your name, the account you are disputing about, why you are disputing it, and you must also provide supporting documentations and information to prove that the dispute is valid and is accurate. After providing the credit bureau with the dispute and the supporting information, they must look at it and they have a timeline of 30 days to begin the investigation process. If the credit bureau finds anything, they will inform you in writing what is the issue. If the circled account was faulty, it will be removed from your account. But whether they will remove it varies according to the situation. In most cases, they will not remove it. However, if you prove the information is incorrect, they will remove it. The update should take effect within 60 working days. So what if the dispute process is not working? What then? What then should you do? You should send what is called a letter of goodwill to the lender, directly to the lender. If you feel like going directly to the credit bureau is not the right attack, then you can use the letter of goodwill, which is sent directly to the lender that you have borrowed the money from, or you have bought clothes from, or you have bought furniture from, you have bought the car or the house, whatever that debt is. This letter is a polite way to ask a lender if they can remove the settled account from your credit history, right? This differs from a dispute because you are asking nicely, right, to have a settled account removed, and it's not stating any inaccuracies. Sending a letter of goodwill is ideal mostly for people who have defaulted on a loan due to personal injuries or illnesses. Keep in mind that creditors will look at the history of the account and try to see if you have made any attempts to get caught up after one of those circumstances. They may use this information to make a decision on your account. And you can offer to make a full payment or try to find a middle ground, right, with the lender by settling on an amount that is less than what is owed. After finding a way to pay in full or at least some, the lender should remove the account from your credit report. Keep in mind that the negative effects of the account will be removed since it's considered to be paid, but the raised payment history will still be available on your account. So I just want to provide some more information in terms of if maybe in a short term, I'm talking about something like 3 months to 6 months, that you want to buy a property and you previously had a credit history that was not looking so good. So what can you do to clear your credit score so that you can buy a house in a short term? A good credit score is the record that is your most important asset when you are buying a house. It's the first thing that banks look at when considering your application. So it means you need to make sure that it's very, very good and it's in a very good condition. But what is actually a good credit score? Normally, a minimum of 610, right, is generally accepted as a good credit score. Anything lower than that makes it very, very difficult or extremely difficult or impossible to get approved for a home loan, right? So if you have a credit score of between 300 to 499, so that is very, very poor. But if it's 500 to 610, it's poor. 610 to 660, it's fair. 661 to 660, 661 to 780, that's very good. And 781 to 850, it's excellent. So you want to go to that level of minimum being good towards the excellent level. So in summary, what can you do, right, to actually clear your account? The first thing is that you need to pay off your accounts, right? You need to pay your bills on time. You need to check for any court orders. Check for errors in your credit report. Do not apply for more than one loan at a time. Avoid spending up on your credit limit. So I'm just going to go more into details for each one of them because I went through them very fast. So when you talk about paying off your accounts, we mean it can be your store credit, your phone accounts, your bank loans, especially for other assets such as a car, right, are a good place to begin. A credit card also has a strong influence on your credit score. So try to include at least one of these in the mix. Paying back your credit card balance has a significant impact on your score, right? And the other thing is paying your bills on time. Doing so at the correct monthly installment, right? Note at the correct monthly installment, which means that if your current monthly installment is at 5,000, you don't pay 4,000, but you pay 5,000 or even a little bit more, will help you have a good credit score. Some people have what we call court orders. Resolve the issue by paying the outstanding amount. The court order will be removed once the credit bureau receives a proof of payment, right? Another thing is that there might be errors on your credit report. So on a monthly basis, because your credit report is published on a monthly basis, you need to have a look at it. See what reports are there, right? See what errors are there. If there's no error, good for you. But if there's some errors, you need to follow the dispute process that I have detailed when we started with this video, right? You need to check that all the information that is in your credit report are correct, right? You need to check that all the payments are reflected as paid on time, because some payments might be saying that they are paid late, right? You don't want to see that. So you need to lodge this dispute with the credit bureau to ensure that they attend to them. So that usually takes around 20 days for the credit bureau to investigate such dispute and to correct them, right? A very important thing is, don't apply for more than one loan at a time, because this shows that your financial situation is deteriorating. It shows that you are desperate for the money. So the funny thing is that the lenders don't want somebody who's very desperate. They want somebody that shows that they're in control of their money, right? The last thing is to avoid spending up to the credit limit, right? If your credit limit of a specific loan, or especially a revolving loan or credit card or a clothing account is at, let's say, for example, 5,000 for argument's sake, and you have used up to the 5,000, at least use 50% or less. It is even more advisable to use up to 30%. Then that actually drives your credit utilization, which is the biggest contribution to calculating your credit score. So you need to look at that. Né? So another question as I'm closing is, how long will it take for improvements to show? So according to the Business Tech article, improvements usually start showing up on the credit report after 3 months, but it's recommended to wait about 6 months before you reapply again, right? And the other thing is, you really need to apply to multiple banks, because banks uses different criteria. So one bank might decline you and the other might not, because they are looking at different criteria, right? So that's very much important, right? But don't forget, guys, to like, to subscribe, and to share this information with your friends. Until next time, it is the big elephant, Thabang Manenzhe. Cheers. I'm out.